on this end one in here.
Uh-huh.
I can't get one of these joist hangers in there that way because it's right up against the girt.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't get that one in there. So instead, I've got a few other connectors. I had to get a little creative with other hardware hangers. So I ended up with a heavy-duty L bracket that's going to go on the end of the joist and down the post, and then several other medium-duty L brackets to go along the girt.
Is this all the snow I put on in the kitchen?
Yeah, this is all the ice that you dumped off into the kitchen.
Oh my goodness. I have to re-clean it.
I know. You thought I was just joking. I wasn't. I was joking, but based in truth.
Right.
Ola had gone up onto the floor above and scraped the snow and ice off with a snow shovel, and a bunch of it had fallen down into the wall from the gap.
Like this?
Yeah, just like that.
Is it hard to have a wife with an attitude?
Do you have an attitude?
Oh, good save.
We'd had a busy morning and only had a couple hours to finish up a few loose ends and do a little cleanup. So we thought we would get this hardware installed.
Did you start the fire or are you getting...
No.
No?
I gotta go get a torch.
There's one in the trailer.
The Bucharide,
The blue one.
yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh.
It might be empty.
No, it just is... It's got an attitude. You just have to know how to work with it.
We always have a pretty good time joking with each other when we're working, and it's just the two of us trying to get some things done.
All your hard work, and there I go, throwing it on the ground.
Get too many of these?
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like you got two.
Got
Aw,
2 I need.
Four.
I got 2 extras of those and
one
one
less of
short of
that.
that.
Oh,
I guess I just don't know how to count. You need to send me back to first grade.
no.
And then all I need is opposite corners. So one here, one up there, because then I can cut from this hole over.
Oops.
Supposed to tighten that.
Well.
If you line it up, see there's 3 jaws in there, and there's 3 flutes. So line up the jaws and the flutes. Break that one a little bit. Just like it. And then you can make sure that it's in the flutes. Okay. And then just smooth it. There you go.
Look right.
Now you gotta do it all over again.
Can't see.
Look, come here, look, look. You look, it's not that complicated, watch. Let me show you. Get it out here, you can, anyways, back it off just to twist by hand. And then you can find the spot. See there? And then you have to look for it. Because if it's open more, you can twist it. So then you twist it a little. See how I can't roll it past, so
Mhm.
it moves. Okay. Poof.
What should I do for the doors?
Top corners. Just top and top, and that's it.
Okay.
With Everest helping me, we made real quick work on the plywood on the top half of the walls. And with that done, it was time to cut out door openings and window openings, and then start wrapping the building with the Tyvek wrap. Once we got the last of the wall sheathing put on, the inside of the building got pretty dark as all the light was blocked off. And that felt really good knowing that everything was closed off. But that feeling was immediately a little bit short-lived as we started punching holes in the walls for the windows and the doors.
That's a nice view from the kitchen.
So even though we felt the contrast of our efforts, we knew we would have enough time to have at least the bottom half of the building wrapped with the Tyvek wrap, which would also close these openings back off until we got the doors and windows ready to go in.
I thought you had a little better skill with solving that.
It's in my awkward zone, okay? It's like,
Well,
at least the top's good.
I guess you don't learn without trying. Right?
Okay, I'm gonna get you your thing. Your problem.
Everest went down to get some new batteries off the chargers as we were running out of them pretty quickly. So while he did that, I continued to cut on these other openings and get the last door cut open. With the last new hole put in the walls that we just finished building, we were ready to start putting the house wrap on this building so that we could get that much closer to closing the new holes off with windows and doors. Watching this clip play back of us securing the Tyvek and nailing it off everywhere, it's funny to me to watch those turkeys up in the pen make these circle loops and laps around the fence line. Seems like that's all they do all day, make laps. I guess that just means we'll have some real nice turkey drumsticks when it comes that time.
Piggies? You want some squash? Go for it. All gobbled right up, huh?
Yeah.
I don't waste no time with it. She don't have any wing feathers left, so she's got to just be jumping. Snow blusters out there a little bit, covering the valley. Just light, fluffy stuff. But hey, in here it's pretty all right. Having those walls up, man, so nice. Everest and I got all that put up. And Ola and I came up a separate time. We got all the hangers on the trusses. And we got the hangers installed on the floor joists in here. So that's good. And I had an issue and mistakenly cleared the wrong card and lost all the footage except for one video. But it happens. We got the ice off of the tarps that were covering the floor up above. So today we're gonna go ahead and start putting windows in. I'm gonna start with these back two windows. I've got the Tyvek on the bottom half. I've still got to get it around the top half, which is the hardest one. I've got a couple of ideas marinating as to how I'm gonna do that by myself. Because I'd like to get that on before the weekend. When we cut out these windows, we just went to the corners and drilled holes to fit the blade into. And then we stuck the Sawzall blade in and cut it down. Tried to trace pretty flat and even with the boards. It works pretty well. It's a little tough sometimes depending on your blade. If the blade gets dull or something, it wants to drift and wander and doesn't trace very well. Everest cut out the front door, and that's his kind of first attempt at using the Sawzall very much. He's used it a handful of times here or there, but not for anything kind of precise. So he had a little bit of wavy challenge on the wall, but it's not going to make a big difference. It's okay. A little wavy in a few spots, but you know, you can't learn without practice. So, and that's all going to get when the door jamb goes in and we foam in the insulation in between the door jamb and the casing there. It's all going to be just fine. So not a big deal. I've seen a lot of guys use these pretty powerful routers with a little stick. Man, that's cool. I don't have that. I'll probably go ahead and install this kitchen window too, just because if it's installed, it's not kicking around on the job site waiting to get broken. If I get it installed in the wall, it'll be there, it'll be fine. My friend gave me that door, and he had the door and the stiffeners to go across the back and some seal strips for the outside. But there's no other hardware. So I need hinges, I need rollers, I need tracks, spring, all of it. So I contacted a couple of the local distributors for the garage door stuff, and I just need to get them some detail off the manufacturer's plate on the end of the door. So I'm gonna get that information and get it off to them so they can see what they have in their warehouse and what they need to get in. As soon as I can, I'm gonna go ahead and get at least the wall tracks installed so that I can get the door stacked up and put into there to close the gap. That buys me time. I can work on getting the rest of the stuff. So windows first, then maybe doors. And before I do all that, I need to get the information off these doors and get that sent over so that they can get working on that. Okay, I got 2 of them put in. They're in, they're all flashed and all set. But my heavens, that wind is so cold. By the time I'm done, my hands are frozen. I can't feel them. So I'm gonna go warm them up for a minute. See if that wind settles down a little bit, but I'm just gonna give it a few minutes to go warm my hands up. And then I'll probably start on the other side on these 2. Well, I remember why I don't go and take a lunch break. Walked into the house and it was nice and warm and cozy, and had some hot tea and a little snack. Didn't want to come back out here again. But got enough time, we should be able to get those other 2 windows in, so let's get them done.
Yeah, this is where we wanna be, in Tennessee, in Tennessee. Tennessee, yeah, where hummingbirds are flying in the sky, dreams are coming true, a magic place where you can count the stars, just lay down in the middle of the night, look up to the sky.
The back two windows are in, flashed, sealed up. And the side two windows are installed and flashed and all sealed up. Still a little bit early in the day, and I could probably get the window installed for the kitchen, but instead I'm gonna call it a day, go pick up the boys at school instead of letting them get on the bus. And we're gonna head into town and meet the wife and go out to dinner for the family.